Good afternoon, dear viewers, and welcome to a new episode of the Afternoon Tea. We're really happy to welcome everyone here in today's special episode. But first, let me welcome with me my co-host in the studio, starting with Sarah. Sarah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Hiba, and good afternoon, dear viewers, especially in this, let's say, special episode. Good afternoon, Hanan.
Hello, Sarah and Hibat. So lovely to be back with everyone here at the Afternoon Tea with a very special episode with a theme of gold, Ramadan, and food.
And we are back, dear viewers. It's very important to talk about a very special occasion, especially when it comes into Ramadan. People at the beginning of this month, they'd like to celebrate when it comes into that matter with what we do actually call it Greish. So, Sarah, tell us about your experience in that.
Especially, I think it becomes more into trendy, let's say, Greish, and especially when friends and family gather. And let's say it's a special occasion, like whether it was the food or the setup and so on.
Yeah, everybody thinks of Ramadan as this opportunity to just indulge and eat. Of course, you meet with your friends and family, but apart from that, it's about just having a closer relationship with your Creator. So,
Indeed. And especially that it is, let's say, the whole purpose of Ramadan is to always feel the ones that are in need, the ones that who are really, let's say, having unfortunate events, especially in their life. So it is more of a spiritual way, but in the also same time, it's a way to get, let's say, more closer, more educated, and of course to take it into consideration when it comes into that. So of course we're going to continue the rest of the episode for today. So stay tuned with us. And of course, viewers, we're really happy to welcome our guest in today's show of the Afternoon Tea Show, especially that we're talking about a very important matter, which is, of course, gold. With us, we'd like to welcome our guest, our goldsmith, starting with Ali Hussein and also with him, Mohammed Hussein from the Blue Nile. We're really happy to welcome both of you here.
Thank you so much. It is a pleasure for us to being here. And that's my brother Mohammed Hussein, and I'm Ali Hussein, owners of Blue Nile Company.
And I think who doesn't love gold? Every one of us loves gold. And talking specifically about gold, when we're talking about the 18 karat or 21 or 22, what is the difference between them?
The difference, first of all, thank you for having us here. It's a really good opportunity to give our customers a clear message on the difference between 18 carats and 21 and 24. 18 carats is, in a simple way, it's the purity of gold inside each piece. It's about 75%. The 18 carats, it's 75% in each piece, and 21 carats is 87.5%. 24 carats, it is three types. We have three types of 24 carats, which is 99.5% and 999. And the last type is 49s, 99.99%.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is a very important topic when we're talking about gold, especially that we've seen so many varieties of women starting with different age. Everyone, because of when it comes into the carat, as you just said, the purity of the gold shows, because 18 starts to be light, 21 starts to be a little bit yellow, and then when we reach towards 24, it becomes more of an orange, very heavy ones. So we've always seen that grandmothers, mothers who are really into these heavy carats, while the younger ones are really into the light colors. Like Hanan, which one do you prefer when it comes into that?
You know, actually, when I was, I'm not going to say a bit younger, but when I was a teenager, I
Yes.
really preferred white gold, but now I want yellow.
Yes.
But I can't really, I'm not into very heavy objects, especially when I'm running errands or cleaning around the house. So for me, it's about 18 carats.
Yeah.
Although my friends,
Yes.
my co-hosts are telling me that I shouldn't buy 14 carat nor 18 carat. I should go for 21 carats.
Yes. So of course, in the end, everyone and what they prefer. But because we always have that, when we start to grow, we like to have it more heavy and deep. So when you're talking about the details, like we are wearing the thing that is presented through the Blue Nile, so we want to know more about the designs, more about the creativity, because we know the market is big and the everyone is participating in presenting new items for each individual woman to approach and buy. Tell us about the designs that you actually create.
Yeah, to begin with, I am really glad of the level of demand. The past 5 years, our customers reached in the gold market in Kuwait. The process of how we design the models and we get them into our showrooms is we use Matrix and Rhino programs through a professional team, and once we get the models ready, the designs ready, we give it to the goldsmith or the factory, and we issue a payment by gold bricks. Once the the pieces are ready by the factory, we take it to the ministry to check the purity, and once the result is out, we are good to go to put it in our showrooms.
Yes.
How do you lead, like, let's say, to the design of the gold? Do you like follow some trends? Like, how is it made, basically? Because I think there's specific designs each
Of course,
year or
yeah.
from time to time. People are following the trends, let's say.
Our goal in the market is be traditional. Like, our customers prefer traditional pieces. So what we do is we take the old models we have. For example, we have Degget Jabriya, for instance. We take it and we add some modern touch on the piece by using the programs we have, and it becomes a trend, more traditional, modern trend in the market.
Yes. And of course, when it comes into that, Mr. Ali, talking about the tradition, as Mr. Muhammad just said, I think the most common demand is when it comes into the Uthmani's lira, and of course, let's say sabika, as we say here.
Yeah, it's the gold
in
bars.
Kuwait. Yes.
Yeah.
So when it comes into the bars, when it comes into the lira market, like tell us about the demand on that. Like, are women actually still approaching towards this, let's say, trend and traditional prints themselves?
It became a traditional. The layers and the
Yes,
bars
the
became
bars.
traditional models, where we are, as earlier Mr. Mohammed mentioned, we are getting this touch of modern with the traditional together to present it to our customers. So that's how we are relating our
Yes.
products with the modernism. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, there's actually, it's a very good investment to buy a lira or a sabika, you know. So with each salary, women should just go out,
Save
and-
some money.
Yeah, save some money and purchase, because it is an investment. And I believe that the prices of the lira doesn't go up or down, because why does the gold's prices fluctuate? What influences the price of gold going up or down in the market?
No one can predict that the gold price goes up or down,
Okay.
because
Because
the,
it's,
the
it's
history,
actually
Yeah.
yeah, the history attached itself to the value of the gold throughout the years. You know, it's
Yes.
highly increased the price of the gold
And
throughout
as you
these
just
years.
said, it depends on the situation itself when it comes into that matter, the ups and downs and everything. But you know, Hanan, one of the reasons why do we actually approach buying a bar or a lira is because there is no extra charge when it comes into the gold itself. It's just pure gold. Therefore, when you start to sell it and start to try to take, let's say, for instance, some kind of money if you need, you don't lose, let's say, in that perspective because of that. That's why we always tend to say, let's say, always try to approach these things that is actually more valuable when it comes into presenting it to the market, like buying it and again reselling it won't actually affect. So this is a very successful thing when it comes into that matter, and especially that when we're talking about jewelry. So far, how do you see the jewelry market, especially when it comes into gold, within the years from now? Do you think that everyone started to be more aware of it? Everyone is educated when it comes into buying gold, comparing it, of course, with, let's say, before 5 years ago?
Of course, compared to GCC countries, maybe now the gold market in Kuwait, we don't have the same quantity compared to other GCC countries, but definitely the past 5 years we've proven that we have the quality proven by the highly demand of the local productions we have in Kuwait for traditional gold.
Yes.
Okay, for example, if I wanted to buy a gold, let's say,
Yeah.
or anyone, some people, they don't know, they don't have this kind of education when they buy gold. What would you advise them, let's say, if a customer comes? What should she should take care of while she's buying a gold?
Basically, in Kuwait, right now, the gold market is completely competitive market. So the prices of the making charge, it's really low compared to other countries. So I don't think our customers should worry about the prices as much. But if they want to get like educated, the gold rate goes up and down, where the difference will be in the making charge itself. So you like deduct the gold rate from the per gram gram, and you get the making charge left, and this is the making charge.
Yes. And us women are really tough when it comes into buying, because we do bargain when it comes into all of the prices.
Yeah.
Like, and in the end, it is something that is, of course, should be in consideration comparing to the piece itself. If it's real, if it's handmade, especially that it's unique, not provided only in this, let's say, a shop, then therefore it actually deserves it when it comes into the market.
There is this thing I wanted to mention.
Yes.
We have a competitive advantage on the market by having a yellow, orangish color on our product. We use copper and silver in the mixture of our gold, which makes it orangish color, like the
Yeah.
piece you have it on your
Yes.
neck. Is it gives like our customers now are attached to this color.
Yes.
The products mostly it's like all the same, all the shops, but we like to get the best quality color, the best. We try to use gold bricks in order to do the pieces. This gives us a better color, a better quality, a better finishing.
Yes. So
Yeah.
of course, when it comes into also buying these products, we've seen that all of the upgrade happened even to the gold shop, that it's actually presented through online, let's say now shopping. Everyone
Yeah.
like Hanan,
Online
if you are,
shopping.
let's say, really, let's say busy, can't go to the market, you just download the application
Yeah.
and start looking through gold through the application. I mean, this is something really new and nice.
Absolutely, and you know, especially with the Blue Nile application, it's very easy to use, and they have also a kid section, so it's fantastic to give as presents. You know, and
Indeed.
especially you know if you don't want to drive
Yes.
and find a space to park, and
Yes.
and I believe they do facilitate the pricing. They do update the pricing.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mostly because our work is more traditional. Our customers are used to talking to salesmen. So we have this application and we have WhatsApp 24/7 service for our customers.
Yes.
Because they're used to like you mentioned that they want to like bargain and like know what's the piece exactly and like have someone to talk to if there is like any exchange or
That matter.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah.
honest, I take a screen capture and then I go to the shop.
yeah.
And
I
then I
want
have
that.
to compare it. Like,
Yeah.
okay, yes, it is really good.
Same.
And then I start from where to, let's say, trust the process. And then, you know what, just order it online and it's there. So, as
Exactly.
you just said, for the ones who are really, especially that we've seen that you have offers for gifts, something which is also, let's say, good with the price for a person to actually present it, whether it's for kids, whether it's for adults. So, about this idea and presenting it to the market, how did you find people's reaction towards it?
People are reacting. The demand is high on the, for example, packing that we do.
Yes.
It's basically a flower with a necklace and bracelets for people to buy a gift, because like people don't have the time to go into the
Yes.
market sometimes. So we made their life easier to like just order this. So the generation is changing.
Indeed.
So when the people are coming and taking the screenshot, as you mentioned earlier, and going to the shop and comparing the size, if there is anything wrong, then like the trust between the
Indeed.
Yeah.
customer and the shop
Yes.
will
Will vanish,
will
let's
vanish,
say. Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, yes, indeed.
And I heard once on news, I don't know, out of nowhere, I'm gonna ask a question, that if you wanna buy a gold, there is 2 days, I think, in the week is the best 2 days. I think Monday and Tuesday or something like that. I don't know if this is true,
Yeah.
but I always hear that if you wanna buy gold, choose either Monday or Tuesday to buy the
That's-
gold. Is this true?
Yeah, they said this because the gold price, it like closes for 2 days.
Okay.
It's mostly on Friday.
And with that, dear viewers, we're going to continue the rest of the episode, so stay tuned with us. since we are in Ramadan,
Yeah.
let's say upcoming season is Ramadan, people are tending to buy gold and tending to buy these traditional, as you just said, keeping it traditional in that perspective. So having Lera's print as a tiara, as all of this is very, of course, demanding, especially as we can see through the screen that is actually provided with us, the types of prints that you actually have. And I mean, there's also names for each
Yeah,
specific
correct.
trend. Yeah, to be honest.
And I think they
yeah.
have especially in Ramadan, we have like special, let's say, designs wearing them, right? Specific designs.
Yeah.
Yes. Like for instance, in the Ramadan, mostly they demand the bangles for Ghabgat
Yeah.
and festivals or gatherings. They tend to like wear mostly bangles and like it shows this is Halabi,
Yes.
Layrat. So yeah, it's really good how demanded those traditional gold stays nowadays. Yeah.
You know, I really like what I'm wearing today. And they gave me a gold ring, and it's a set, and it has an arabesque design.
Yes.
So I like that. Not only is it gold traditional, but also very traditional and arabesque inspired by the great mosques of Andalusia.
Yeah.
Yes.
That basically comes from, this design comes from like Islamic patterns.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what we were talking about earlier. We getting the traditional products and modernizing it.
Yeah. Oh,
So
I love
that's
that.
yeah, that's how the process works with us.
Yes. So also when it comes into that, we've seen that there's varieties of golds that we're actually wearing,
Yeah.
which is also we have the pure ones, we have the ones that has that written in it, and then we have the one that has stones. And we've heard so many things when it comes into that, because everyone tends to say it's either you buy it because of the stone, there is a weight, you have to measure and so on. So we have all of these consumptions when it comes into that. Tell us about your own point of view. Where do you find women in that matter? Like, do they like the pure one or they like the one with the stones and stuff like that?
Of course, now the customers are
Everywhere. In every design.
Yeah, they're more educated, and sometimes they know what they're doing more than the salesman in some matters, and mostly on the Fahil showrooms and Jahra.
Yes.
They, because of their mothers and grandmothers,
Yes.
they like tend to learn more about how to calculate the gold and how to calculate the stones and stuff.
Yes.
But for the most demanded now, it's the pure
Pure gold.
gold,
Pure gold.
without any stones, without any minas with the Islamic patterns. But the stones has its
Own
taste.
value,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
has
think
its
it's better
values.
even for the future. Let's say if you're buying gold and you want to sell it one day,
Yes.
it would be easier. Since we're talking about buying the gold and selling, when is the best time? Or your advice anyone who wants to buy or sell gold?
I advise our customers to get in the habit of buying and exchanging gold, not selling if they're
Yes.
not needed.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's anytime. It doesn't make much difference for the customers. For our showrooms, for us, it makes a huge difference. We have to know when to close the price, when to sell, when to buy.
Yes.
But for the customers, it's like in a low quantity, it doesn't really matter. Like a couple of KDs won't
Make a
like
difference.
effect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your time. It was really a
You're
pleasure
welcome.
having
It's
you
a pleasure
here.
to be here. Thank you
Yes.
for the opportunity.
Yes, it
Thank
was
you.
really a pleasure hosting you both here, especially talking about a very, very important matter, gold. And since, of course, the season of Ramadan is here, of course, we advise everyone to go and purchase the new gold that they want. We'd like to thank our guests, Mohammed Hussein and Ali Hussein, the owners of Blue Nile. Thank you very much for
Thank
being
you so
here.
much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And with that, dear viewers, we're going to continue the rest of the episode, so stay tuned with us. And we are back, dear viewers. One of the most important places that people do actually go and, let's say, enjoy going is Souk al-Mbarkiya. How about you, ladies? What do you think about that?
And I think especially for the family and their kids going around, whether eating or playing and so on, and also shopping.
Yes,
People
indeed.
love it a lot, yeah.
Indeed, yes.
Yeah. Oh, I love Mbarkiya. You know, I'm such a huge fan of that traditional place in Kuwait. So,
Yes.
and here we have Gumar and Mbarkiya, I
Yes,
believe.
indeed, indeed. Gumar is with us here in Souk al-Mbarkiya, so we're going to know more about it with her. Hello, Gumar.
Thank you, ladies at the studio. And I'm here today at the biggest souk in Kuwait, the most iconic, and that is Mubarakiya. This is the time of year where we want to make sure we have everything prepped for Ramadan. When it comes to food, desserts, everything from tableware, and of course, you know, dates. So today we're going to be talking to the different vendors, getting to know what the latest trends for Ramadan are, and making sure that everyone and you at home are prepared for Ramadan this year. So come along with me and let's go have a tour around Mubarakiya specifically for Ramadan preparations. So we're going to start our tour with what we actually start our breaking our fast with, and that is the classic sweet, and that is the dates. As you can see behind me, there are many shops that have so many different variety of dates from all around the Middle East and North Africa. And it's actually very good for your health to break your fast with a few dates before you actually start with your food. And fun fact, the Prophet Muhammad actually started breaking his fast with dates, and that's where we learn that that is actually the right action to take. So let's meet the vendor and find out more about the dates behind me. Assalamu alaikum, sir. How are you?
Good, fine, thank you. Welcome, mashallah.
Thank you so much. So tell me more. What types of dates do you have here?
I have the famous date in the Kuwait. This is name is sukari from Saudi Arabia, Al Qasim. Yeah, this is very nice in Ramadan. Too much I sell that one. And I have this one. This is dates from Jordan. VIP dates from Jordan. Name is Majdul Jordan. Jordan dates.
And what makes them VIP?
This is VIP dates. Yeah, in Jordan. It's very nice dates.
Very nice.
Yeah, yeah. I have some mabroom from Saudi Arabia, Medina. Mabroom dates. Yeah, this also is too much. I sell too much in Ramadan. Mabroom dates. Yeah.
And you have also like herda or tahina to eat with as well?
That one. Tahina from Iran. It's very nice. Can you smell, please?
Tahina. Wow. So usually, let's try. Usually we have our dates with tahina. So let me try one of the dates with the tahina. Could I? Thank you so much.
Right.
Let's just take a cute little dip. That is spectacular dates. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you too. So let's go check out the next stop on our tour in Mubarakiya. So I'm here now at the fruit and veggie market in Mubarakiya, where you can find the best quality and so many varieties of fruits and vegetables. As you know, Ramadan is such a food-based time of year where we come together and we cook the best dishes. And some dishes we actually only get to cook and eat during Ramadan. So make sure that you can make sure that you have enough fruits and veggies for the whole month and at the very best prices here in the market. And we have iconic dishes during this time. Things like machbous, yarish, things that have to do with stews. So we'll go back and check out what else we have here in Mubarakiyah. So we just met Sylvia, whose sister's been living in Kuwait just this year. So let's now get to know her sister. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Gemma.
Hi, Gemma. So Gemma, how long have you been in Kuwait for?
I've been for around 4 months. Yes.
How do you think of it so far?
I'm great actually. You know, it has been so easy for me. Everybody has been so welcoming. So I'm really happy living here. Yeah.
So since you've only been here for 4 months, this is going to be your first Ramadan in Kuwait.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really looking forward.
It's the time of year where we honestly take out all of our best dishes and all of our best desserts. So get ready for the best food of your life.
It's going to be exciting for me, and I love to embrace, you know, new culture. So really happy and looking forward.
Thank you so much. It was great to get to know you and your sister here today in Barakia. And we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
See you.
Thank you.
So of course, we cannot ever forget our sweets. And we always go back to the traditional flavors, especially during the time of Ramadan. And as you can see behind me, there are so many different types of sweets. And these are the best types to have with tea right after breaking your fast. And some of the most traditional flavors that we have are things like rahash, darabil, things like something called the boat type of cake that is shaped like a boat even. And it's been around since the time of our parents and even our grandparents. And they never go out of style. So make sure that you have your sweets ready and prepared for yourself and for your guests during this time of year. So Ramadan is a time for gatherings, and gatherings come with wanting to show off with the latest plates and tableware. So ladies in Kuwait, this is the time of year where you want to impress. And that means new tableware, new plates, and it's actually a time where that is what they do. The ladies pack the stores, and they try and find out what are the latest trends and designs. And you can even get some things that are customized, all about Ramadan. As you can see right next to me, you have things that say Asakum min Awada, which is something like, I hope to see you again. And then here we have a very traditional type of design right here. As you can see the blue pattern behind me. This is actually a package that you can have for coffee, for tea. It's beautiful. So make sure you're ready from everything, tableware and food this year. Thank you. Markia is truly such a special place with so many different interactions that you can have by just walking around. And as you can see, every family has to come to Barkia because it does cover so many different parts of Ramadan preparations. Whether it's food, whether it's sweets, dates, everything you can need, you can find right here. So now let's go back to the studio and meet my co-host again.
So, of course, we are going to continue in today's episode when it comes into all of these great events, especially what Gumar is doing during Al Mbarkiya and being there. So, hopefully, you will enjoy watching us. And we are back, dear viewers, especially when it comes into talking about such occasion. Everyone tends to forget their habits and forget everything healthy and start to take in consideration that we are spending this time with the family and friends in this holy month. Therefore, we are open to try everything that we, let's say, stopped during that. So with that, we're going to know more about that with our dietitian, Sheikha Al Misbah. We're really happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, starting with what is the benefits of fasting at the beginning?
Okay, so fasting does have many different health benefits, such as reducing blood cholesterol, helps to balance blood sugar, as well as reduce the cravings that people have or addiction to food.
Yeah.
But it's important to mention that if you're breaking your fast with very high calorie food, calorie dense food, high fat food, so all of those benefits I just mentioned, they don't apply.
Yeah, and I think mostly when we're fasting, most of us are always craving, whether it was sweets or anything that's unhealthy, especially in Ramadan. Yeah?
Yeah, probably it happens. But many people actually, they don't like dietitians because they think that we will prevent them from eating those types of food, especially the sweets. But I don't really recommend avoiding, but I recommend eating a mostly healthy diet. Like 80% of your food is healthy, is nourishing to your body. And sometimes when you crave other foods, you can eat them, but in moderation.
Yeah.
Yes. Talking about that, talking about the reason why people actually tend to break their fast with the heavy things is because I think they need energy, and your body actually gives messages that you need to eat certain things because they do, let's say, provide you with the amount of energy. Though we actually tend to, let's say, break it with, let's say, sabul gefsha, الجيمات, which is really considered a very high amount of sugar and amount of, let's say, oil in it. Like, in order for you to fry them, you have to put them in a huge bowl of oil. So therefore, when you're talking about it, is it really possible for a person to be healthy during this holy month?
Yes, of course, we can be healthy. And I think that most of the traditional foods, we can make them into a healthier version just by avoiding frying different foods. So for example, sambusa, we can eat it unhealthy by frying it, or we can make it healthier just by baking it or cooking it in the air fryer. So I believe we can make most of our food healthier just by the way we cook it and the amount that we're eating.
Yes, indeed. Especially that even gaymat is actually now presented in the market in a way that you could actually even fry it.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine
And it becomes more crispy.
Let's say a dessert.
Yes, and it will be more crispier, and it's really delicious.
Oh, yummy, Hiba. I have a major sweet tooth. But actually, nutritionists that we have here, this is so good that you mentioned this because yesterday we had sambusa and spring rolls with lunch as an appetizer. It was my off day, and I've actually instructed the cook at home to put it in the air fryer.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when it comes into that, especially that we deal with different type of age in the meal that we are actually, let's say, breaking our fast with. So keeping that in consideration, we have lots of varieties of the ones who can, let's say, burn calories a lot, and members who are, let's say, cannot burn calories and so on. How can we maintain that balance when it comes into that?
Okay, most people, it is good to learn how to have a healthier plate. So a healthy plate is divided into, there's a portion of protein. Everyone should eat a good amount of protein and a portion of carb. Many people think that carb isn't good, you should avoid it, but I disagree. You can have a good portion of carb and it will give you energy for the day.
Yes.
Also, it is important to always have vegetables or like vegetable soup on the side to provide you with essential vitamins and minerals that you need.
How do we avoid gaining weight in Ramadan? I think most of us. Well, actually, some people they lose weight in Ramadan,
Yeah.
but this is
I
very
lose
hard
weight
for
in
me.
Ramadan.
No, I don't.
Though I eat a lot, but I lose.
So how do we avoid losing weight in Ramadan, especially?
Okay, so you mean some people gain weight in
Yeah.
Ramadan even though they were fasting for the whole
All
day.
day.
They didn't eat breakfast, they didn't eat lunch. And when it comes the time for breaking their fast, they want to compensate for what they didn't eat in breakfast
For the
and
past
lunch.
hours.
So they want to make up for everything and they eat a very large meal.
Yeah.
And most of the food in Ramadan is like fried foods or
Yeah.
calorie dense. But I recommend to not gain weight is to just make it life simple. Just do what you usually do before Ramadan. What you usually eat for lunch, make it for futur.
Yeah.
And what you usually eat for breakfast, eat it for suhoor.
Yeah.
So just make it simple. You don't have to change a lot
And
your lifestyle.
I think it's because like we get invited, the family gathering and the friends and the food is around, so everyone's happy, so we keep on eating and eating and
Yes.
eating. Yeah.
Especially with the gemat because you just can't have one. They're like potato chips, one after the other. But actually, I do agree with you absolutely, is that the way in not gaining weight, perhaps during Ramadan, would be to breaking your fast with a date or two, and then
Yes.
you can have some soup, some warm soup, and followed with a salad. And after that, you can go for prayer and wait an hour or two, and then have a good dinner.
Yes. Well, having salad is something I wish I could do. Like for me, if I want to, let's say, have my meals and try to be full, having a salad, like I always feel like eating a salad will make me full for a certain a time. And after that, I would feel really hungry after having, let's say, my bowl of salad. Therefore, I always tend to ignore the salad, try to eat the proper meal that I want. And then maybe I would keep salad for once I feel hungry after fulfilling all of the things.
And you think one of the things that people might suffer, like I'm one of them, is getting thirsty.
Yes.
So how do we reduce this thing? Because I'm a person who always drinks water.
Yeah, so
My water bottle is always next to me. So how can we reduce it, basically?
yeah, in Ramadan, of course, we are fasting, so it is obvious that we will be thirsty because we didn't have water for a long period of time. But let's say someone fasts and they get dehydrated after fasting, and once they break their fast, they still don't drink water. And then they fast the next day and they get more dehydrated. This person is most likely going to have headache. They're going to be exhausted and very tired.
Yeah.
And you see, like in Ramadan, everyone in the street is like angry.
Yes.
And probably is because they are very dehydrated. So let's try to remind people, once they break their fast, till the time that they fast again, to try to drink more water and to distribute it throughout the day.
The day, yeah, because especially I think people before the prayer time, they keep on like getting all the bottles next to them and drinking water as if they were like store the water for
Yes.
the rest of the day.
And it
Yeah.
doesn't happen this way.
Yeah.
Like the body will take what it needs and remove what it doesn't need. So
Yeah.
I always recommend to distribute it throughout the day.
Yes. And especially when we're talking about suhoor, because this is where that suffering of, let's say, being dehydrated could actually happen. Some people end up having pastries, which end up making them very thirsty in the morning, or even maybe trying some fast food during that day, because they tend, as you just said, miss the taste of a certain food. Therefore, they would keep it for suhoor, ending up waking up very thirsty. So when it comes into that, what are the specific correct meal for the person to actually have for their suhoor in order for them to gain the power they need in the next morning?
Okay, so for a good suhoor that keeps you full, it's a combination of protein, good fat, as well as fiber. So a good example of this is having eggs, which is protein, adding avocados, healthy oil, and whole grain bread. And whole grain bread will provide you with the fiber, or you can add even vegetables.
Also,
I will
people
get-
usually, sorry to disturb you, they eat bananas. They say
Yeah.
bananas is very good.
Yeah, it's high in fiber, high in potassium, so it's also a good choice. But I would also recommend adding protein to it. If you eat just a banana, you will not be full while fasting. So I would add maybe protein such as yogurt maybe to the banana.
Okay.
This way, if you have all of those three, the protein, good fat, and the fiber, I will guarantee you that you'll be full while fasting.
Oh, that's nice.
And you know, why do people get constipated during the month of Ramadan?
Yeah, so many people get constipation because they were fasting and they didn't drink water. And once they break their fast, again, they eat the fatty foods, the fried foods, and
Yeah.
they don't eat enough fiber. So to avoid constipation, we have to eat enough fiber
Okay.
as well as water. And many people in Ramadan, they forget to exercise or move.
Yeah.
So
true.
moving and exercising helps to reduce constipation.
Yes.
I would like to know just one question. Is it true that if you're like, you just like, let's say, woke up or you're fasting and so on, is it wrong that you drink water as soon as you're awake? That's what I heard. I don't know.
It's
Like
actually
directly
the
water-
opposite.
it's
It's
the
very good to
It's very
drink
good.
water
Okay.
once you wake up, because when you're sleeping, there's a long period of time, 8 hours or 9 hours. If you're sleeping 9 hours, okay, you didn't have any water. Okay, so once you wake up, you are very dehydrated. So it is very good to drink water once you're waking up.
Yes. So thank you very much for your time. It was really a pleasure having you here and getting all of these advices for all of our audience. So thank you very much again for being here with us.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
So with that, dear viewers, that was our dietitian Sheikha Al Misbah and all of her great information and advice provided when it comes into, of course, breaking your fast and suhoor and also maintaining your healthy lifestyle. With that, we're going to continue the rest of the episode, so stay tuned with us. So always remember that, especially when it comes into the grayish and even when it comes into Ramadan, that dates are really important, and it's one of the most important things that you could actually have it in your meal. And that was our episode for today. Hopefully everyone enjoyed watching us.
Hope you were well educated, especially getting ready for Ramadan, and see you soon.
Hope you had a good time with us at the afternoon tea. Happy Ramadan to everyone watching us at home.